Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, the eighth son just had a pretty sad moment, but everything happens, and some things can change, some things can get worse. But as a whole, I am pretty happy with what we're getting with this show. I didn't expect there to be such a emotional moment like this, but I'm not too surprised just because I know a lot of these types of shows have gone to show us just time and time again that anything's really possible. And with the signs that we were getting from this guy pretty much telling us, hey, he might not be alive, was he had no sense of taste. Um, when our main guy sees him putting on so much of this like weird sauce, he just lathered it on, not really caring. Um, that was one of the signs to be like, okay, yeah, this guy he might just be, he might just have no taste. But then it continued to our main guy pretty much learning a spell or being told uh, to see how strong he was by like holding his hand, and then he could see his magic capacity. So by doing that, it led to him just noticing that his hands were like ridiculously cold, even though they're in the same area, and his hands aren't cold. So it was one of those little small details that you're kind of like, hands cold. Why is his hand? Uh, um, but above that, we have some really interesting plot devices in the case of like people actually in the family might wanting to sabotage this kid just because if he becomes the Lord, it looks really bad on him in the case of he won't be able to get money, he won't be able to have the power, he won't be able to have the fame. So he truly, one of the brothers truly sound like they're gonna go out of their way to make sure they're the ones that are, noticed and taken seriously for being the next lord and stuff like that. Which I think it's funny because our main character, the eighth son, doesn't want anything to do with that, right? I'll call him Well. Well wants nothing to do with that stuff, which is the funny part because these guys will go through everything they can to try to make sure he can't become probably the Lord or whatever. But since he wants to become an adventurer, uh, his family already doesn't think he'll be capable of just getting to the destination he needs to. But little do they know he's ridiculously strong and capable to take care of himself. So we'll probably be seeing him with all these crew members relatively sooner than later, maybe. Because as of right now, we've gotten a tease through the opener just what his team might end up looking like. So I'm pretty interested in seeing what he does, like how he forms his people, how they actually handle certain situations, what type of adventurers will they be. Because last time I checked, he was like doing stuff that seemed like he was helping his kingdom, like get more room or something like that in the very beginning of the episode 1, where he's like destroying stuff for you know uh, for room, or he was like leveling mountains and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure what they're going to be doing if he does become an adventurer. But what I do know is I did enjoy this episode, even if it was pretty sad to see his master go out the way that he did. But to be fair, they really played it off well, because if he didn't go out that way, he would have went out a much worse way, which would have been slowly turning into a zombie, losing his sanity, and attacking everybody. So I don't know if this is going to be a reoccurring thing. Like, there's going to be people that show up and they're relatively like injured, or not injured but dead, and have regrets. Like, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of those types of people, but if there is, our main character already knows how to handle them quite well. No, um, and I think we're going to be in for quite a treat when it comes down to this show, because the little details they put into giving us, indicators that he may be dead and stuff were minuscule, but at least they were there, like they were actually there, and you could actually get a feel of this happening. Oh, I didn't want to kill Drake, man. Um, so that's interesting to me. I just look forward to seeing what they're gonna do with the show, who's going to be relatively a big deal, and if I have to beat both of them, whatever, and who is going to when they join crews, who's going to be the strongest. Of course, it's probably going to be our main character, but we could probably see some uh, interesting turn of events. We get someone that's just good at certain magics. We look like we have a sword and shield guy. We didn't really get to see this well practice with any swordsmanship, so we don't have any real understanding if he's just ridiculously broken at that or something, regardless. But yeah, I definitely look forward to seeing just what they're gonna do as a whole, like I said, because there's potential in this show, and I honestly think that if they're going to give us the story I think they're gonna give us, then it's probably gonna be relaxed and calm until just things pop off. Because if you look into the eyes of the master at certain points in this week's episode, they were detailed. Like if they wanted to go into detail on some evil guy or like some deaths or something, I think they could do a really good job of it. So we'll just have to see how that all plays out. But overall, everybody, I hope you're having an amazing day, night, evening. I think Infinite was delayed or something, because it should have been out like 2 hours before while I'm making this. Um, so yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully it does come out maybe just later, and I'll post on Twitter or Anime Amimo my thoughts on it before I actually post the actual video. So if you are interested in that, follow those things and stay posted, because I will be updating if anything comes out that I can't necessarily drop a video for because I'll be at work. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good one. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So with all that being said, take care and peace.